Hello, I'm Andy, and I'm going to talk to you about a program called Your Health in 2020. And this is for you coming from Pisces. First, let me show you my email address. Here it is. And send me an email if you wish to have a 90-minute session with me, 90 minute. And that's going to cost you USD $50. And in these 90 minutes, I'll show you how to reach into that supernatural energy that you have and connect with it. And I will also show you how to formulate your own personal lucky lottery numbers. And I'll give you a lot of other information of your lucky colors, lucky gemstones, lucky days, and lucky colors. And most of all, I will give you that 8 or 9 years we will work together on age by age, calendar year by calendar year, so you know what waits for you for the next 9 years. Now, regarding this program, which is saying talks about your health in 2020. All right. Now let's talk about that. So the good news, oh no, the good news is not the good news. Your bad news is that 2020 planets are not going to be very helpful. And the foundation for anything you do has weakened up to 40%. So I want to make you aware of that, which means you cannot take risks of any kind, whether in job, business, finances, whether in romance, marriage, family, whether in health areas. So you've got to lie a bit low and try to keep away from whatever can produce the unexpected problems. The key word, bad keyword is unexpected. That's what's meant to happen to you in 2020. So coming back to this program, which is all about health, I'll give you a list of all that I feel may happen. All I know is that you come from Pisces. I don't know anything more. And all I know is that we are talking about 2020. What about your age? What about your time of birth? What about your palms? All these are invaluable information to me. So let's do a general reading on this. And so I'll have to do quite a bit, I'm going to say. And of course, not everything will happen against you, but keep a lookout and be cautious. Firstly, your spine is going to be having more problems in 2020 because the 2020 planets are going to be in rivalry with your good planets, intense rivalry. And up to 40% of the calendar year, 40% will trouble you. And the other 60% is remaining, which if you're clever to use, then you will still do very well. So let's come back to the health. So your spine problem is going to be seen. Your spine is going to be more badly affected as a lower spine problem. So in your lower spine area, the spine is compressing, and the vertebrae, when they compress, they pinch the nerves. And these nerves are called sciatic nerves that come out from your lower spine, travel all the way down your buttocks, down your legs, up to the bottom of your feet. All that's going to be less and less energy because they are being pinched at your lower vertebrae. So they have to be loosened, and you'll have to see a neurologist for that. And the neurologist will also give you medicine so that you can strengthen your nerves back away again as quickly as possible. Otherwise, you'll be walking around with a walking stick one day if you're not careful. And this situation is going to become worse in 2020. And after that, I do worry about your heart. Your heart may have some issues. Is it going to be a fatty heart? Is it due to the high cholesterol? Is it due to your arteries, maybe too much plaque? Is it for many reasons? Is it going to be so much stress for you? So always feel that if your heart has a little pain in that area, just go and see a cardiologist. Very quickly, they will tell you whether it's a muscle or whether you sprained your shoulder and the pain is vibrating all over the place. So go and see a doctor if you've got anything you feel near your heart problem. Now I have to talk about your uric acid levels may climb because the planets who control your uric acid levels are dead against you in 2020. And so they will disturb your uric acid levels. So do a blood test. And if your uric acid is high, they'll put you on a pill for maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks. So to release that energy of the uric acid, because the uric acid is going to trouble your bladder and your kidneys. So there's going to be crystallization in your bladder, and that may form stones. And then when that travels to your kidneys, that's very painful. And you may also have bladder problems of any kind. So when I've mentioned your bladder, it means why not check your bladder in 2020? Your bowels are going to be very easily irritable. So the irritable bowel syndrome is there. When you eat something, suddenly you have to rush to the toilet. Other times there'll be constipation. So that's not good. So you go and check your bowels. Now about your lungs. Well, if you're asthmatic, you have to be very careful in 2020. Always carry your pump and stay away from smoking. And don't put too much ice in your drinks anymore. And always try to keep yourself warm and not have cold baths in the evening, for example, because your lungs can easily move to bronchitis and from there go to pneumonia. Such things can happen in 2020 for you. So treat your coughs and colds seriously. I'm going to go to some of your good planets because there will be a rivalry between the planets of calendar year and the planets of your age. Now, your good planets say, if you're a lady listening to me, go check your ovaries. And at the same time, I suppose check the womb and the breast as well, because it's mentioned that cysts are going to be roaming a lot around inside you. So they will normally be attracted to glands. So your ovaries may just get them. And so the sooner you find out, the better. Your next, and if you're a man, then I would be worried about the prostate gland. Do a blood test on it. And also, I would ask you to blood test your pancreas. Your pancreas manufactures insulin for you. And if it is not well, you may find that your level of sugar in the blood will be more, and doctors will say that you're gravitating towards diabetes. So blood test your pancreas. And the other gland would be to blood test your thyroid gland, because we believe if you have one gland problems, all your glands will have problems. So blood test your thyroid about your hormones, and all a host of other things can be explained from your thyroid. And now I want to go to your stomach, which is going to be playing tricks for you against you in 2020, because your bowels, I've already mentioned, irritable. Your stomach is going to go very gastric. And more than that, I worry that your colon may also have problems. So you go to see one doctor who is a stomach specialist and let him look at the three areas. Why? Because there'll be a lot of stress of all kind on you. And when you have a lot of stress and you are not happy about it, obviously, all these areas of digestion can be inflamed very easily. And your pancreas is good to also blood test it, because your pancreas manufactures digestive juices for your stomach and for your intestines. And now I'm going to go to allergies. There'll be some of you in Pisces who will have allergies. It depends on what day you are born in the period of Pisces. And there are four allergies we recognize in astrology, which is skin issues. You may have eczema or psoriasis. Your eyes may go very dry and they will be easily infected. Or what you eat may be a problem. And for you, it's not coming from the sea, it's coming from the land. So tell yourself, is it the meat? Is it the vegetable? Is it the fruit? Is it the dairy product? Find out what it is and don't eat so much of that in 2020. And you will also have allergies which are sinusitis. Some of you will have that. So I'm going to even your good planets to see where they can be attacked by this horoscope from the planets of your calendar year. And I'll go to your blood now. And perhaps it's going to be high blood pressure, perhaps it's going to be low blood pressure. In the period of Pisces, some born on different dates will have high, some born on different dates will be low. So the only way to find out is to do a 7-day test. And a 7-day test means go every day to somewhere where they take your blood pressure. And do it almost at the same time and do it before you eat a meal. So go before lunch. Go before lunch. Take your own notepad and write there. In that 7 days, the doctors will see the flow and they'll know where you're hitting. That's the best way to do it. So there are many areas I've covered for you. And I'm also going to say about your feet. Be careful. They may have an accident or they may not be well. And of course, people who are getting to become diabetic, the feet are always very dangerously to worry about. So these are the things which I can tell you about your health. And all I know is that you are from Pisces. So I've covered, so it doesn't cover a lot. So it doesn't mean that you're going to have all these problems. But how would you know? So the best way is to spend some money and check whatever I have told you. And that's the best safe place to be. So coming back to this 90-minute session. So for 90 minutes, you and I will be together, either on WhatsApp, or on Skype, or on Facebook Messenger, or on through video or voice, and we'll talk. And I will be explaining to you your horoscope, and I'll show you what your next 8 or 9 years are going to be. And so you will have all that wonderful news and be able to absorb it, to know how to tackle your next 8 or 9 years, the ups and downs you will know in advance. When you know that, you'll play safe. And I'll cover all the other areas as well for you in this 90 minutes. Most importantly, I'll show you how to connect to that powerful energy that you have. Some call it the soul, some call it the guide, some call it the force of energy. And when you can connect to that, that's how you'll find certain people so famous, so highly intelligent, so inventive, how they come up with things that makes them so famous, so very rich, doing special things in the world. Well, you can do that. Why shouldn't you be able to do that? But it's a question of human beings don't have that height of energy. We can't even communicate to any planets, let me tell you. It's the soul that does it for us. So if we can reach that soul or that power energy in us, that's the thing that you want to reach. And there's every reason why your soul should help you. After all, it's the soul given to you to help you and to guide you in life. And when you can do that connection, then you'll be among those who will be very special in some way or another. And then you will realize how that magicness in you, and I'll show you how to harmonize with that magicness in you. So a lot will be done in this 90-minute session. On top of it, nine years, age by age, calendar year by calendar year, we'll go through. So send me that email, and I will come back to you as soon as I can. And remember, only for USD $50, that's all. The investment is so small. You're going to go away with a wealth of information on how to make yourself special in the world. Yes, you can do that. Well, I wish you the best of 2020 and look after yourself health-wise. Until then, thank you and goodbye.